Good day, viewers. You are welcome back to Tindanious Science and Maths tutorials. Today we are going to solve questions since your midterm exam is approaching. So this session is also known as apokronkron or ditto. So it means you are likely to score what, or you are likely to get what, a perfect score in your mid-semester exam after solving these questions with you. If this is your first time, kindly share, like, comment as well for more interesting videos. Alright? So the first question reads, let f of t equals sine t and g of t equals 3t minus 45. Solve the equation given this function. This function is a composite function. We have a function built in another function. So function in another function, composite, equals 1 for t in the interval 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 120 degrees. All right. So we have f of t equals sine t. Then we have g of t to be equal to 3t minus 45. And we're given the composite function to be equal to f. Have it this way. Equals 1. So to write this, we already know f of t is equal to what? Sine t. So I'll have sine without the t, okay? But this is f, not f of t. So f, then I have my g of t over here to be 3t minus 45 equals what? Equals 1. So I want to make t the subject, okay? So I will take sine inverse of both sides. So I'll have sine inverse, then I have this sine 3t minus 45. Let me do this way. It's equal to then 1 multiply sine inverse, so I have sine inverse. So it's more or less like you are multiplying here by sine inverse, here to by what? By sine inverse. Just picture it this way, okay? So you just take sine inverse of both sides, all right? So you just picture it this way, you get it, and yeah, you get the next expression to this. Then sine inverse and sine will nullify each other, okay? So when they nullify each other, so you have what? This expression. You have 3t minus 45 equals sine inverse of 1, okay? So because here is sine inverse, okay? So sine inverse of 1. Then you have 3t minus 45 equals sine inverse of 1 is 90. So I have 3t equals 90 plus 45. So I have 3t equals 135. So divide both sides by 3. Here to by 3. So I have t is equal to 45 degrees. So this is the solution to the first question. The second question reads, these days, due to advancements in technology, the police can determine the speed a car was traveling from the length of the skid marks it leaves. The function they use is, this is the function given, where S is speed measured in miles per hour, and L is the length of the skid marks, bracket feet, okay? So if skid marks of length 125 feet are measured, what was the speed of the car to I. The question says, if skate mass of length 125 feet, so given that the length, which is L, equals 125 feet, then what was the speed of the car? You don't know the speed. So we are looking for S, which is the speed. So we're given an equation, okay, this equation. So we have S equals F then of L to be equal to 2 root 5L. So this is the same as we have FL equal to 2 root 5L. So I have my F at where? 25, 125, that's the value of L. So 125 is equal to, then I have 2 root 5L. And what is my L? The question, L is what? 125. So I have 2 times the square root of 5 times 125 is 625, which is equal to square root of 625 is what? Is 25. Okay. 25. It is 25. Then F 25 by 2 gives what? 50. Alright. Okay, so let's see if this is proper. Like, is it proper for you to do your question this way? Remember here, we were told that where S is speed measured in miles per hour, the unit is very necessary. So I have what? Miles per hour. Okay. So this is the I part of the question. Then II. Then find a formula for the inverse function. Find a formula for the inverse function. Okay, so the original function is this. So I have S, which is equal to 2 root 5 L. So I'll make L the subject, okay? So I'll divide through by 2, here over 2. 2 cancels 2. I have square root of 5L is equal to S over 2. This is S, not 5. Then, this is the same as what? 5L is equal to, then S over 2 all squared. Okay, in order to eliminate the radical sign, you multiply 2 by what? Or you take, or that's to square both sides, okay? Both the left and the right hand side. So that explains why my square root is not here again. It has been eliminated, which is equal to S on 2 all squared. So I have 5L is equal to S squared over what? 2 squared. And 2 squared is what? Is 4. I have it over here by 4. By 4. I want it to be a denominator free from denominator. Here to by 4. 4 cancels 4. So I have 20L is equal to S what? S squared, right? So I have here over 20, here over 20, this way. So I have L is equal to S squared over 20. So we write interchanging, so interchange L and S with respect to their position. So So I'll have, wherever I see L, it becomes S because I'm trying to interchange because it's inverse. So wherever I see L, it becomes what? S is equal to. Now wherever I see S, it becomes what? L. So I have L. And note that there's a square here, so square over 2. So this is the answer. And so this is the formula for the inverse. The third part of the question is, if the car had been traveling at 80 miles per hour, how long would the skate max be? So let's consider the third part of the question. So if the car had been traveling at 80 miles per hour, so this time around we are giving speed to be equal to 80 miles per hour. But the third part, where it said if the car had been traveling at 80 miles per hour, so here speed is equal to 80 miles per hour. How long talks about the distance, which is length. Okay, length. So that means we are looking for L, and we don't do L. But from I, we said we had L, we had S is equal to L squared over what? Over 20, right? From I. And we said if you interchange S and L, you have what? L is equal to S squared over 20. So we just substitute the values of L of S into this. We have L is equal to, what is S? S is what? 80, which has been squared. All on what? On 20. So L is equal to, this gives this over 20. So you have L to be equal to L to be equal to 320 feet. So viewers, this is the end of question 2. And the third question is, given the function f, give a possible formula for f with the following properties. And they're saying f has degree less than or equal to 2. Saying f of 0 is equal to f of 2, which is equal to 0. And f of 3 is equal to 3. Okay. So since this f is less than or equal to 2, it simply tells you that the function is a quadratic function. Okay, so we have a quadratic function, all right, and let f of x denote the quadratic function. We know that, we know quadratic equation, right? A s squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Is that not so? Yes. So this will be in the form, since it's quadratic, it will be in the form a x squared plus b x plus c is equal to what? The function f of x. And the question says, given that f of 0 is the same as f of 2, which is equal to 0. So whenever I see x, I will put what? 0 over there. So f of this 0 in place of x is equal to, I have my a times s squared, but my x here is what? Is 0 what? Squared. Then plus I have b times my x here, which is what? 0, then plus c. Okay, but take note of this. They said but f of 0 is the same as 0. F of 0 is equal to 0. And we know that f of 0 is equal to this expression. So I will equate 0 to this. So I'll get a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c is equal to 0. Because f of 0 is equal to 0. So I'll have, if I compute this, I'll get 0 plus, if I compute this, I'll get 0 plus c is equal to 0. So I will say c is equal to 0 straight away. Alright. Viewers, so I have, so I'm done with f of 0. I'll consider f of 2. Okay, so I have f of 0, f of 2. So I have f of 2 equals a times x squared. But my x here is 2. I have 2 squared plus b times x. And my x here is what? Is 2. Then plus c. Alright? And it said but f of 2 is equal to 0. From here, f of 0 is the same as f of 2, which is the same as 0. So I can therefore equate 0 to this. So I'll have a times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c is equal to 0. We also know the value for c. Remember from here, c is equal to 0. So when I compute this, I'm getting 4a plus 2b plus 0 is equal to what? 0. So therefore I have 4a plus 2b is equal to what? 0. Is that also? So if I divide 2 by 2, 2 divides here 2, so I have 2a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, 2 divides here, 2 divides 0, 0. So I have this. Alright? So this, I'll call this equation what? Equation 1. Okay. So I'm done with this. And the question here, we are done with this. This has been computed. And the last one is what? F of 3 is equal to what? 3. So I have to consider that. So if you have f of 3 is equal to a times x squared. But my x here is what? Is 3. So I have 3 squared plus b times my x. But my x here is what? Is 3 plus what? Plus c. Okay. But f of 3 is equal to what? 3. So I will equate 3 to this. So I'll have 9a, because 3 squared is 9 times a, 9a plus 3 times b gives what? 3b plus c is equal to what? This 3. But c is what? Is 0. So I have 9a plus 3b is equal to 3. When I divide 2 by 3, 3 divides by 3, a plus 3 divides 3, 1. So I have b is equal to 3 divides 3, 1. So I have what? My second equation. So I can therefore solve for equation 1 and 2 simultaneously. Yes. From what we've solved over here, the value for c is what? Is 0, right? So I have c is equal to 0. And recalling the equation. So equation 1, we have 2a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, so I have 2a plus b is equal to 0. This is my equation 1. The second equation is 3a plus b is equal to 1. So I have 3a plus b is equal to 1. Equation 1, 2. So using the elimination method, so I have equation 2 minus equation 1. 3a minus 2a gives what? A. B minus b is 0, which is equal to 1 minus 0 is what? Is 1. So clearly the value for a is what? Is 1. So substitute or put a is equal to 1 into any of the equations. Okay, so into equation 1. So equation 1, I have 2a plus b is equal to 0. I have 2 times a, which is my 1, plus b is equal to 0. I have 2 plus b is equal to 0. So therefore b is equal to negative what? 2. So therefore I have a to be equal to 1, b to be equal to negative 2, and c to be equal to what? 3. So, but viewers, remember we said since f has a degree less than or equal to 2, therefore it renders the equation or the function quadratic function. And quadratic function is in the form f of s is equal to a s squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so you equate this to the function. That is what I mean by what? The quadratic function. Alright, when it is equated to 0, it's what? Quadratic equation. Alright, so recalling the function, f of x is equal to a x squared plus bx plus what? Plus c. So by substitution, I have a. Do I know a? Yes, of course. I know a is what? It's 1. So I have 1 times x what? Squared. Alright, then plus, do I know b? The value for b is negative 2. So I have negative 2 times my x. Then plus, do I know c? Yes, c is equal to what? 0. So therefore, I have f of x to be equal to 1 times x squared is what? X squared, negative times positive is negative. I have 2x plus 0. So therefore, our final formula is x squared minus 2x. This way. Viewers, have you seen how simple it is? The question says, find the possible formula. Having done this, it's really possible. Look at it that way. So this is the formula for the quadratic function f of x. So let's consider the other questions. Thank you. Alright, so far as our practice question is concerned, let's solve for this. At a jazz club, the cost of an evening is based on a cover charge of $20 plus a beverage charge of $7 per drink. Alright, so say A, find a formula for T of x which denotes the total cost for an evening in which x drinks. So here, let x denote what? The number of what? Of drinks. So here have, let the x denote what? The number of the drinks. And here we're told that T of x represents what? The total cost. Alright? So now we are saying for a drink it is worth $7. So I'll multiply the $7 by the number of drinks. I don't know the number of drinks. And let x represent the number of drinks. So we have 7 what? 7x. You get that? So this is supposed to be the total. But we said what? There is a cover charge. You get that way? So that means the cover charge will be added to this. From here, we have at a just club, the cost of an evening is based on a cover charge of $20 plus, you see, in addition to, you get it? So plus what is the plus a beverage charge of this. So we just computed is 7x plus 20 plus 20. Okay, so clearly T of x represents what? The total. Okay, so therefore this is what? This is the formula for T of x, where T of x what represents the total cost. Let's look at the B part. If the price of the cover charge is raised to a certain amount, which is $5, express the total cost function n of x. This time around it's not T of x, n of x, as a transformation of T of x. What it means is this. That means we are supposed to work out for n of x and present our answer in terms of T of x. So how do you go about it? So we already know, so this time around we have n of x, not T of x, which is equal to, they are saying if the price of the cover charge is raised by 5, express the new total cost n of x as a transformation of T of x. So this is what I'm going to do. So I already have this 7x plus the 20, okay? And they are saying if the price of the cover charge is raised by 5, so that means 5 is added to the previous one. That's the previous one, the total cost. So that we know that the total cost is T of x, and that is our total cost for the previous one. That's what we have. And this time around, there is another additional cover. So whenever there is additional cover, you add the additional cover, the amount of the additional cover to whatever you have in there. So plus what? Plus the $5, because there's what? There is an additional. You get it that way. So we have n of x is equal to, someone will say 7x plus 25, but that would be wrong. Listen to the voice of the question. It says express the new total cost function. So n of x is also a total function, but because an additional cover charge is added, so we now have what? Another total function. We have another total cost function. And this time around we said let n of x represent the new total, because there's an additional cover charge. Okay, transforming it from T of x to n of x as a transformation of T of x. So I said, to work out for this, you need to express your answer in terms of T of x. Look at that. So you can't add it. When you add this, in the end, your answer is not in terms of T of x. So you do that. So how do we avoid that? Say, but this represents T of x. Is that what it is? But T of x represents 7x plus what? 20. So instead of me adding in this way, I wouldn't do that, because I want to work in terms of T of x. So I have n of x, which represents my new total cost, is equal to 7x plus 20 is now what? It's now T of x. So I have T of x plus what? Plus 5. As simple as that. And the C part of the question is the management increases the cover charge to $30. This management system, their interest is just to try to make an increment, okay, to make increment. But well, that is the voice of the question. Okay, so we need to what? Pay heed to that. So the management increases the cover charge to $30, leaves the price of a drink at $7, but includes the first 2 drinks for free. All right, for X is greater than or equal to 2. Express P of X, which again represents what? The new total. So whenever you add this one, whenever you add a cover charge to the previous amount, you denote it by what? Or we call it what? New total cost. So that is the cost function. Okay. All right. The new total cost as a transformation of T of X. So that means we are looking for the expression for this one, P of X. Again, leave your answer in terms of what? T of X. And how do we do that? All right. We're given a certain condition. This X is less than or greater than 2. You be very, very careful with this. So if I have something like this, so let's say I have X this way. If 2 crosses this inequality, that it becomes negative. So I have my negative 2. You get it that way. It's less than or equal to something like 0. You get it that way. Alright, so we have an expression this way because of this inequality. So having done that, so the new total cost function is denoted as P of X, which is E. So let's consider the third part of the question. The management increases the cover charge to $30. In this management system, they are only interested in what? Increments, alright? But that is the voice of the question. Leaves the price of a drink at $7, but includes the first 2 drinks for free. Wow, can you imagine this? Well, for X greater than or less than 2, express P of X. So that means P of X is or denotes our new total cost function, okay, as a transformation of T of X. What does it mean? It means you are supposed to express P of T in terms of T of X. So you have to do your manipulation. Alright? So we have this inequality, which is X is greater than or equal to 2. Okay. If you have something like this, it's more or less like, or by intuition, you have your X this way, allow 2 to cross. Okay, then you on this side, it becomes, if you have negative 2, then it becomes greater than or equal to 0. So you have a picture. This is so. This is the expression for that. Okay. All right. So having done this, and the question is saying the management increases. Now the cover charge has been increased straight to 30. Okay. And now from the first total cost function, we had this C of X is equal to what? 7x plus 20. Okay, so there's what? An increment, okay, because of the cover charge worth $30. So this goes away. It has been increased straight away to 30. So to get my new function, I select P of X denotes the new total cost, which is equal to, I still have my 7 this way. It should have been what? 7x this way, 7x, then plus what? The cost function, which is what? Plus the cover charge, which is 30, not 20. You look at that, it has been increased straight to what? 30. But you realize that I said this with inequality. have it will be what? X minus what? 2 this way. So whenever I see the x, I'll replace it by or with this what expression. So I have p of x is equal to, so instead of me writing it this way, I'll write it as 7 then bracket what? X minus 2 plus what? Plus 30. That is for x greater than or equal to 2 because of this expression. You get that? So you can't write it as this. Okay. So I can erase this and it becomes this. Be careful here. You don't have to do any multiplication because it says leave your answer in terms of t of x. So what can we do from here? You have p of x is equal to, you have 7, you have x minus 2. Then plus, you can decompose the 30, okay, to 10, then let's say plus 20 plus 10. Because that because 20 being added to 10 gives what? 30. Can do it this way. Because we want to adjust the equation so that we can what? Leave our answer in terms of t of x. Because t of x is 7x plus 20. But here it's 30. So you have to do your manipulation adjustment so that 20 appears there. Something of this nature also appears there. Okay. But we can't say 7x is equal to 7x plus 20 is the same as this. No, they are different, right? So I can say that. But t of x is equal to 7x plus 20 this way. Alright? Okay, so I can also say this, I can also do this. I can say t. This our inequality here, the expression here is for x minus 2, not just x. So if I have x minus 2 here, it also means 7 times the x here. This x here takes what? The new expression, which is what? X minus 2. Then plus what? Plus 20. It's more or less like what you do to the left hand side, you do the same to what? To the right hand side. Okay, I'm doing this so that I can figure out some common terms over here, alright? So now I have this p of x is equal to, I have 7x minus 2 plus 20 then plus 10. I won't add, okay? So I have p of x is equal to, now what is 7 times the expression x minus 2 plus 20? Realize that this whole expression is the same as this. You get it? Because t of this is the same as this, which is the same as what? As that. So having seen this expression, I can simply write it as what? As t times x minus the 2. You get it that way? Then plus what? Plus by 10. So I've left what? My answer in terms of what? Of t of x. Now because of the presence of the inequality, x is greater than or equal to 2. That's why we have this in the middle. Here as the expression t of x minus 2 plus 10.